Specifically refers to one of our songs, Prison of Flesh. It's one of the ones that actually just came out very recently with the crazy music video. That song encapsulates the idea of, or I guess the history of the family dementia that I have going on. I have a lot of people in my family that deal with dementia, whether it was my grandma or my aunt or they're all, and I think a lot of people deal with this, in general. I think there's a very high statistic actually of people who have dementia in their family, but it's the fear of just, as time goes on, you're just losing pieces of yourself. You're getting lost. You get to this point where you don't even know, before you know it, you don't even know who you are or what you're doing. And that song is the idea of running from those demons and personifying this thing that's technically not even a physical thing. It's a mental. It's dementia is a thing, but we try to describe it and give it like an entity, which is the demons. And this person is supposedly running from these demons, but as the more that they run, the closer it gets until the Everblack has just grown, and and it's supposed to be this void, the idea of a void growing within you. That's what the song's about. That was one of the coolest lines that we had, I think, in the entire album. So we decided, well, this would be good for an album name. Like, I think we should run with it. It's very honest. It's dark, but it's still just as honest as every other song has been on the album. So that's what that line means to me. That's what it means, I think, in the grand scheme of things with the album. It's a very personal song to me. So I'm very happy that it made it.
But well, I had the fortune to already hear the album, and I think on this record you seem to push your voice into even more extreme and more vulnerable places. What was the greatest limit you faced in the studio, and how did you overcome it?
One of the greatest, I guess, the hardest things that we had, which ended up actually, it's such a simple solution, but the hardest thing was just thinking about how people like Pain Remains, how everybody's mentality is, oh, how are they going to trump this? What's the next one going to be? And just that lingering idea in all of gets in everyone's head, especially when we had as much time as we had, because we had so much time in the studio, and it's just. Okay, well, should we do this? Let's write it this way. Actually, that does. Maybe it's not like. Maybe we shouldn't do that. Oh, maybe we should start doing all these things. We went down every single avenue of what these songs could sound like. And there is so much crippling self-doubt throughout the entire thing. That was probably our biggest challenge on this one, was just getting through the writer's block. When it's so hard for you to write, it makes it hard to just be yourself and feel like you're writing good music that's real to you. I mean, I think at the end of the day, I don't know if there was a correct way to solve that. Personally, I'm very optimistic. I've always been a very optimistic person. I know that whatever Lorna Shore puts together between all of us is what Lorna Shore is. It will sound good no matter what. And you could hear it. All these songs are very different. Some of them are very dark. Some of them are very light. Not in like a ha ha ha, like laughy, whatever kind of way, but like in an uplifting kind of way where you feel like you're triumphant. There's so many different things that we've captured in this album, and I'm just absolutely so happy with the way that everything came out. Despite all of the trials, all of the tribulations, we wrote an album that covers everything that, all the growths, all of the downs, all of the ups over the last couple of years. I think is the most honest version of Lorna Shore that we have ever had.
You were writing the lyrics of the album. Did you think more about transmitting your inner world, or more about building a mirror where listeners can recognize themselves in your darkness?
That literally what you just said, the second part is exactly what I wanted. I think everybody has a lot of real experiences and a lot of stuff that they like to just keep to themselves, that oh, that's nobody else's business, it's my business, that's okay. That's fine. Everybody deals with that. I think the more honest I am with the lyrics, making it about the trials, like again, the troubles that I have that people don't like to talk about, it will give other people this, this comfort and feeling like they can really feel the music. And I mean, that's why I even did music in the first place. I go up there, I'm screaming out these lyrics. I want people to feel the way that I feel, but also the way that they know that they don't tell people that they feel, but they feel as well, and they have that moment to cry or to be really stoked, whatever it may be.
And beyond all the technical and sonic aspects, what emotions or personal memories shaped this new album the most?
We have a lot. My favorite songs on the album are Glenwood, Forevermore is up there, Lionheart is all up in there. Uh, they're all just shaped on real life stuff. Literally, Glenwood is about me and my dad, our experience of, growing apart over the years, coming back together. Forevermore is about just the loss that we've had throughout the years. We put a lot of, I think this is probably one of the more emotional albums that we've ever had. There's so many different things and all these little songs, the little stories that are going on are just, it's almost like there's just 10 stories of the band spread out throughout the entire album.
You have become one of the most important voices of this metal generation, this extreme metal generation. And how much do you feel the weight of being a reference point in a genre that constantly demands breaking boundaries?
I don't see myself as like anything other than this, just what I've always been doing. I think it's actually funny when I see other people that are just like they see me in the way that they do, and I just see myself as Will. I've been doing this for so fucking long. It's hard to see myself as anything else other than just like that kid who used to scream in the basement all the time. I think it's awesome that people get inspired. I want to inspire people like that. That's all I've ever wanted to do. But I don't think it's really worn on me so much. There's been times where it's like it can be a little overwhelming, but I think that comes with everything. I think it's just embracing the good things that you have, the family, your friends, all the good things that are happening, and just pushing forward. That's all you can do at the end of the day.
From your perspective, what emotional difference between exists between performing the new songs or your songs in front of thousands of people on stage, in solitude, or in studio?
I'm stoked to play this shit live. I think a lot of people are going to grab onto it. I think people listening to it like in the studio. I mean, when we were putting it out, we just want to like as we just want to put out good music. We don't care what the hell it sounds like. It's good. You like the emotion. We want to bring as much emotion as we possibly can into it. We're hoping that that translates live. We have songs like Unbreakable, obviously. I think that's going to be one of the best songs to play live. Period. It has so much good feeling in it. Lionheart also great feeling. I'm very excited to play this. I think by us playing these songs live, and again, just being honest and allowing other people to grab on to that emotion that they forgot or they tuck away so they don't have to think about it. I think that's the whole reason that I even started doing music in the first place. And I'm stoked if we can play that and we can have other people let out those emotions that I let out too when I go watch other bands and I get real sad and I'm like, wow, like you can listen to this in the car 100 times, but once you watch it live, it just changes your entire perspective of the song. If we can give that to somebody else, that's what I want. I want them to feel that it's okay to be sad sometimes. At this, like in the album, we have sad songs, we have angry songs, we have happy songs, we have everything. It's a lot of these songs are like I said, like Unbreakable, for instance. That was another one that we wanted to write one of those that was because we played with Parkway Drive. We saw how incredible the emotion is and like all of these things that we're seeing. The crowd is just going crazy. They don't have their phones out. They're just feeling the moment. We want that. And I think that makes it more fun for us to play live and go out on tour. When you see the people, the crowd is just feeling what you want them to feel. Let's put it this way. I don't like going on tour much, but I think by doing this, it will make tour infinitely more fun. We'll see.
Great. Well, talking about the album again, there's a recurring theme of inner struggle, almost like a battle against oneself. Would you say this album is kind of more personal exorcism or a collective testimony of suffering?
I could say so. There's parts of it that are yes and parts of it that are no. Lionheart, definitely not. In Darkness has little aspects of darkness and stuff like that, but that's also inevitably supposed to be like a very triumphant style song. We have a lot, there's so many different genres that are going on. I feel like if you'd even call it not genres but like moods, there is no set one way or another. It's just we got this, we got a little bit of that, we got it all. That's what we want for this album. We don't want to. We hate when bands are all when people are like, oh my god, this sounds just like that last song, that sounds just like this song. It's like, okay, no problem, let's just give you the most, let's give you everything, let's give you the real stuff, how we really feel. If we're sad, we're writing sad music. If we're angry, we're writing angry music. Me, I have 1,000 notes in my phone all the time of just happy things, and then there's the sad things because I write stuff all the time. It's just how I work. It's easy for me to pull it out, but at the same time, it's not always sad. So I wouldn't say that this album is a direct testament to the inner struggles. There are times in the album that have that, but there's also times where it's about overcoming those struggles, or even just, I don't know. Actually, I guess it could be kind of seen that way. His Lionheart is a struggle. You're pushing through the struggles. But again, I don't think every single song is like that. I think that we just want to be human. We want to write songs that feel human, that has flaws, and it also has a lot of good. Makes people feel good. Makes us feel good.
You and a lot of people often say that pain and darkness are not just negative emotions, but also creative engines. What role did suffering and darkness play in shaping the entire Lorna Shore music?
I can't say for all of the music, but at least for some of the songs on the album, like Forevermore, Pain has definitely helped shape most of that song. That song is written about, the loss that I've experienced with my brother-in-law passing away a little bit over a year ago. It's also about, Adam's struggle with when one of his family, his best friend in the whole world, kind of passed away. So, I mean, through all these, it does. Pain does add good fuel for you to write because it allows you to really be honest with yourself, and you can pull out all these thoughts that you're feeling. You can just write it down. Just write it down. It helps shape a lot of songs, but it didn't help. Also, there's like the other half where sometimes you're feeling really good. Let's write a song about feeling really good. Boom. Now we got Lionheart. Everything is different. That's in the past, I think we did a lot about showing just the darker side of everything. I think we want to grow to a place where we're just a band making really good music, whether it's dark, whether we have some light songs. No matter what, we are always going to be Lorna Shore, and I think that's our testament to what we could do for the world.
Well, and if this album were a message recorded for yourself 20 years from now, what do you hope the Will Ramos of the future will hear and remember and feel when releasing it?
Hopefully good. Hopefully very good. Hopefully he looks back, he's like, damn, dude, you fucking I'm glad that you made that transition into writing stuff that like feels actually you. Because I've spent so many years in the past writing stuff in my other bands that like I write for other people. Like I'm writing for Awaken Providence back in the day. I wanted to write all these spooky, evil, dark lyrics to the hellfire, spooky, evil, dark, whatever. I'm not really like that anymore. And I think at the end of the day, we could still put out fantastic music that people are going to fucking love without having to force myself to be something that I'm not. And I think this album is going to be the first step towards just like, listen, you're putting out music because you want to put it out. You're going to like it. And hopefully it will push us towards, or push me towards continuing just being more honest. That's the whole reason I wanted to write music. I want people to feel that. If I'm honest, it helps me, it helps them. So I'm hoping in 25 years I look back at this, I say, Will, good fucking job. Finally, you did it. You finally wrote real stuff.
But and for the fans, what do you hope the listeners feels in silence, After listening, I feel the Everblack festering within me. What do
I
you
hope
hope your fans will feel?
I hope that they'll feel like they went on a journey. because I put a lot of emotion into this. I put a lot of personal lyrics. I put a lot of vocal techniques that felt like I was just screaming my fucking brains out. I want people to feel all of that. I want them to go through this ebb and flow of ups and downs on this roller coaster and then be at the end and be like, well, that felt like I just watched an hour and a half movie and I felt all of these emotions. That's what I want. I want them to feel like this is like completed, like they're like good. I got out all those feelings that I've been holding in. Now I can move on with my day and do whatever the hell else they want to do, you know.
Just for ending, well, fans in Latin America, especially Mexico, have built a strong connection with Lorna Shore. Are they are there any concrete plans to bring this new chapter of the events to Mexico soon?
Oh, we're trying, dude. My manager, we were just talking about this last Thursday. We were like, we're gonna have to go to South America or go to Mexico very soon. Like it's only a matter of time. And we're like, all right, well, if we got to do it, then we're doing it. Let's fucking go. I would love to come to Mexico personally, so I'm stoked.
Great.
How's it going, guys? This is Will Ramos from Lorna Shore. Our new album, I Feel the Everblack Festering Within Me, coming out September 12th. It's got a lot of love in it, a lot of emotion, a lot of feeling. We hope that you guys will enjoy the crap out of it. And of course, we hope that you guys love Summa Inferno because they are the best podcast in all of freaking Mexico. So stay positive, listen to the new Lorna, and just feel it. You're going to love it. And we'll see you guys next year, we hope.